Hi, it's Martin Mullender here from BCB Boxing Media. Here, delighted for our next guest, Alex Round.
Hello. Hello, Martin.
Alex, thanks for giving us some of your time. I know you're deep into training at the moment, and it's good for you just to come on, have a chat with your followers out there, and we'll just have a talk about how you got into boxing and your debut coming up. Is it the hangar? Is it the hangar? 1st of October.
In Wolverhampton, yeah. 1st of October, Friday the 1st of October. Good venue.
You're nervous?
A bit, mate. Yeah. Good nerves, though. Good nerves. I seem to box better when I'm nervous, so it seems to work well with the nerves. It's always been the same with me. I seem to do better on the night than I'm in the gym. I think the nerves give me the make me box better.
Yeah, I think like we're speaking off air. The fact is that you turned pro last November, and you still ain't really been able to get out there. It's probably like the excitement of turning pro has probably changed now to the fact that you just want to get out there now, because I bet it's been nearly 18, 20, 22 years before you last had a fight.
Yeah. It's been a while, mate. It's been a while. It's when was it? 2020, mate. 2020, the beginning of 2020. So it's been a while. It's my last amateur fight. Mechanic, Bar Sports.
Was that Bar Sports?
Yeah. The Wolverhampton Boxing Club show.
So what was the so you were in the amateur boxing because amateur and pro boxing is a completely different sport. Even though it's still boxing, it's just in amateur. You've got to be in and out. You've got to like bam, 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 you've got to have footwork, and the judges are looking at completely different things. Whereas the pros, it's more of you've got to be able to give your opponent a reason for them to respect your power. So literally, you've got to stand down on your shots or sit down on your shots a lot more than the amateur. Do you think that's going to be a problem for you?
Nah, it suits me better, mate. I feel Richie will tell you the same, I'm a trainer. I think it's always suited with the pro game. I'm more of a, pick my shots a bit slower paced, longer rounds, more rounds. It'll work wonders for me, mate. It suits my style, definitely. I think more suited to professional than amateur, but obviously we'll see on the 1st of October. But that's what I would say.
And you say your coach is Richie Carter from Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
He's pretty professional as well, didn't he, Richie?
He has, yeah. He's great, mate. Great coach. Brilliant boxer. He's great, mate. He's been with me the whole way. Like, do you know what I mean? He's taught me everything I know. Great.
So that's got to be good, having someone in your corner who's been there and done it, so they can pass on their knowledge to you.
Yeah, definitely. He's great, mate. He knows everything he's taught me, mate. I've always listened to him. I've always followed instructions with him every single time. I've never gone wrong, mate. I trust Richie 100% with everything. He's great.
And you say you've had Richie from when you first walked in a boxing gym, or would you say it's...
I started before, mate. I had a few for Wolverhampton Boxing Club. I had a few amateur fights with somebody else, Phil Edwards, under Wolverhampton Boxing Club.
Yeah.
I had 3 or 4, and then I went to Richie when I was 14. No, I was 15, so I went to Richie, and then I've been with him ever since, mate. I had a couple of years out in my teens, just a couple of years, and then got back on it, mate, and had another 4 amateur fights. Won all them, stopped 2 of them. And then just thought, you know what, Richie said went pro, he was doing the training down the gym. And I just said to him, Rich, let's have a go and see how we get on in the pros. And this is it. We're here.
Not looked back.
Not look back, man, not look back. Ready to go.
So what made you get into boxing? Because it's always interests me. Like when you speak to people, like that sometimes people are forced into boxing by the not forced, but like kind of led into boxing because the fact some part of the family got into boxing, or some people got into boxing because there were toe rags on the street, and the parents wanted them to get into a combat sport to give them respect. So, what was your thoughts behind it?
To be honest with you, my mum hates boxing. She was always against me doing it when I was a kid. But in Wednesfield, there was somebody called Steve Saville, and he used to have a gym in his garden. He was a professional boxer, and he used to get down there. My dad took me down when I was like 11. Really young, I was like 10 or 11. And I used to get there, my dad took me a couple of times. And then ever since, I just carried on going. I kept going up on my bike to train and knock his door and say, can I come and train in your garden? Can I come and train in your garden? And then I always wanted to be like him. I remember going in his garden. He used to have a gym in his garden. And I remember seeing all like the posters. And he had, all the gym equipment. I remember thinking I want to be like him one day. I want to keep working. And then obviously there was other professional boxers like from Wednesfield as well. You got like Alex Mason and them sort of people. They're all people I look up to. Like, do you know what I mean? I want to be them. I've always wanted to be like that, and now I'm finally getting there. It's great.
And the fact is, you've got on your on the undercard.
Yeah.
Well, not so much on the main event. You've
Yeah.
got another local lad, which that's what I love about BCB. Is like, to be fair, mate, they're for West Midlands boxing, they're absolutely everywhere. They're everywhere. There's a guy for BCB called Paul Mann. If you ever want to see Paul Mann, all you got to do is just pick a boxing event on a weekend and go to every single one, and he'll be at one of them.
100%. See him on the telly all the time. He's great, isn't he?
He's great, unbelievable guy. But what he does, it's perfect for you guys because basically they all sacrifice themselves. They all sacrifice themselves because there's that many boxers in the Midlands that want to make it. And BCB, since the pandemic, that's been like a boxing gym that's been everywhere. You've been on BT Sports, they've been on Sky Sports, they've been on Channel 5.
Yeah.
Do you know? And now you're bringing it back to Wolverhampton, and you got like a bit of a local derby with Conor Walker versus Jamie Stewart as a headline. So that's got to be all you guys, all and girls, all local, all going to be fighting on the same card. It's got to be exciting. Yeah,
it's great. It's great because we all know each other anyway. I can know Conor anyway, and Jimmy and whatnot, who's boxing as well. Ollie, we're more like local people, so we all know each other. It's great. It's brilliant. Can't think of a better debut.
Yeah, you got Bav as well. I think Kirsty Bavington's fighting on there as well.
Exactly. It's great. It's great. Be a great show. I'm really looking forward to it.
So, what made you get into? So you've gone to the gym because it's something you've wanted to do. What made you go into the amateurs?
I just had a few fights. I was going to the gym training down with Steve Saville in his garden, and I went to Wolverhampton Boxing Club. So my dad knew one of the trainers there, he said, and I went there, train, and then once he said, "What do you get your medical?" I was like 14, 13. I said, "Yeah, go on then." So I had my medical, and then ended up boxing in Telford against Aaron Fury. When was that? 2000. I was young, 2011. And then just carried on after that. Like, just the bout started coming fast. It was good. I had a short spell and younger, and then had a bit of a break. Then come back again and had another 4. But yeah, it was great. I was training in the gym, I was sparring stuff. I might as well have a fight and see how I get on. Do you know what I mean?
What? So was your first fight amateur?
Yeah.
First fight. Oh, fair. So you didn't touch the unlicensed scene at all?
Never done that. Never. I had 11 amateur fights, won 10, and then
I did Lomachenko.
That's it.
What's your boxing style like?
I'm a come forward. I like to work. Do you know what I mean? I'm always working. I ain't on the back foot. I'm always coming forward. But yeah, I think the program will suit me. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking for a lot more running. I'm always running, so my fitness is always decent. So,
how far do you run?
6 more, about 6 more. Average about 6 more. Yeah, I can do further. Sometimes I just carry on.
I do 6 miles sometimes, mate, and I feel like dying.
Yeah,
I feel like dying.
Yeah, I did it first.
Pace?
Pardon?
What's your pace?
My pace, about 7.5 minutes. It's all right, like, it's okay.
It's all right, mate. I can't even drive that fast.
I'll tell you, it's fast, Jermaine. When you speak to Jimmy, ask him, mate. He's the serious 6 minutes. He's fast.
What, for 6 miles?
Mate, he's fast, Jimmy. Yeah.
I don't understand how people can run that fast.
I know, mate. I know.
I don't understand. So, look, to all your fans out there, so are you a pro boxer and that's your job solely, or are you a pro boxer and you also work in the meantime?
I'm a estate agent as well, mate, for Belvoir, working in Wolverhampton.
Okay, there you go. There's a bit of sponsorship for your company.
Yeah, they do, mate. They sponsor me. I've got them on the shorts. Sponsor me, Belvoir. There.
Have you got many sponsors?
Yeah. Got a few. Got about 6 on the go at the minute.
And if there's any companies out there that wanted to sponsor a boxer, why should they sponsor you?
I'm not coming. Do you know what I mean? I want to do my best. I train hard. I give it my all. Like, in October the 1st, be able to see my career start when I get off to a good start. I just give it my best. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you got a plan? You got a plan on a page?
Plan. When I have this fight, I take each fight as it comes. That's the plan. But I don't see why. I think I'm capable one day of achieving a Midlands area belt. That would be the dream, realistically. Maybe more. I just take every fight as it comes and see where I end up. I enjoy it. That's why I do it. I enjoy the boxing, so I just take every fight.
Do you find it hard? Do you find it hard finishing work then going training, or?
Sometimes, yeah. It depends what kind of a day I've had. Sometimes, yeah.
If you ain't sold a house.
If I sold the house, mate, yeah. In a bad mood then.
So, are you into boxing?
I am, mate. Yeah. I'm not. Strangely, I'm not a massive fan. I don't watch all the fights, but I know I watch bits and pieces.
That's why I asked that question, mate. You wouldn't believe the amount of people I speak to who don't watch boxing.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I'm not a massive. I'm not religious with every fight, but I watch bits here and there.
So are you? What? So take away boxing. What else are you into?
Quite a lot of my football, mate. Quite a lot of my football. Sport Wolves. Wolves.
I thought you said you like football.
I knew something was coming then.
So now, but in all seriousness, so I take it because it's always good because obviously boxing will take over your life. It's always good to have a different sport that you can just relax and enjoy.
Yeah, definitely.
So on the 1st of October, what's Wolverhampton going to see?
Going to see Alex Round. I mean, at his best. Alex Round at his best, ready to start off his career. It's going to be a great start. It's going to be fireworks. Can't wait.
Fireworks. What are you going to try and stop him?
Hopefully, mate. Hopefully. We'll see how we get on. Just going to box the best that I can. And if I can see the opportunity to stop him, I will do.
I like the confidence. You're confident. You can tell you're a confident lad. You can tell. I think you probably box like a Mexican as well, wouldn't you? Like just move forward.
Yeah. A few people have said that to me. Yeah, I'm sparring. A few trainers have said to me, "Mum, you're a Mexican." That's weird. You've said that.
And because you can tell what kind of person you are. Like literally, you come forward. It's very rare you'll speak to someone who's on the debut who's saying you're going to see a war, you're going to see this. Like you can just tell that you're going to be a nightmare for any opponent.
I like to think so. Yeah, I'm just going to give it my best go, mate. Looking forward to it. I've worked hard, trained hard. I've done everything I've needed to do. I've lost loads of weight, mate. So just going to give it my best, and put on a good show.
If you was to be reminded of, if you was to say that you could be any boxer, or if you say your style reminded you to any boxer, who would it be?
You know who I really like? Who I watch him all the time, Canelo. I think he's great. I do watch him. He's probably the main boxer who I try to like. I just think he's class. He's amazing. He's amazing.
What you got to do with Canelo? You got to go to the weigh-in then. You got to get it to throw a punch, and you got to slip it and come back with a 1-2. Did you see it? Have you seen it on the internet?
Yeah. Crazy.
I think sometimes that these press conferences and these weigh-ins, I think sometimes that they're staged.
Yeah.
I do think they're staged, but mate, the way he threw that punch yesterday, Plant, and Canelo just slipped it and come back with a 1-2. I was like,
crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
He's won the fight already. If you can't hit him, with no gloves on and you're rapid,
that's the thing with Canelo. He's not good. He's the man. He's class. He's great.
So before we shoot, anything to say to your fans?
Yeah. Thank you to everyone who's bought a ticket. It means loads. Thank you to all my sponsors and everyone supporting me. Thank you to the family, friends, everyone, all the support, and to obviously Richie in the gym. Good luck to everyone on the night. Thank you for your time as well.
No, not a problem, mate. Look forward to seeing you on the 1st of October.
Thank you. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Bye, mate.
Bye-bye.